Our goal is not internal supremacy, but national renewal. My dear colleagues in this party here in Efutu, let this be clear. The mission for Victory 2028 begins today. We cannot wait until 2028 to start campaign. In this constituency, we have our polling stations, we have our electoral areas, we have you as elected officers of the party at the grassroots. Your duty is to mobilize and organize from now. Let us not allow the NDC to exploit our temporary disagreements. Let us instead use our diversity to strengthen the foundation for victory. From the mighty minority caucus in parliament down to you at the polling station, there must be one message, one mission, one team behind Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. My dear patriots, he is our leader, but he does not lead alone. It is our duty to carry his vision to every corner in this constituency. Lead the rebranding efforts and all the strategies that will be brought to you to operationalize. Let us work at it. We must not allow the 2024 election result to repeat itself. No more skirt and blouse. No more skirt and blouse. If Dr. Bawumia fails, it is we who have what? Failed him. Let us not fail him. Let us work for him, work for the party, and work for our country. Our other worthy aspirants who carry the banner of competition with honor and grace. We salute Honorable Ken Agyapong for his passion, his firm belief in accountability, and his unshakable commitment to the ordinary Ghanaian. For me personally, this is a friend, true and trusted, with whom I share a code. I believe that in this life, in all situations, loyalty to friendship is very essential. And man must not forget his friend, because there is everything wrong with a friend. My relationship with him remain unsoiled till time shall be no more. But I equally recognize, and he himself recognizes, that our party first. I am therefore happy to inform you as constituents that yesterday he graciously, without any prompting, talked to the flag bearer, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. It was a short chat and very hearty. He gave his commitment to support Dr. Bawumia to win the 2028 election. I have no doubt on my mind, with such unequivocal commitment he made, which he followed it up to the party headquarters, we would work hand in hand as stakeholders to make Victory 2028 possible. Let me also salute Honorable Dr. Brian Agyapong, whose leadership in government has reflected strength, discipline, and effective public service. Dr. Brian Agyapong and I struck a good accord way back in 2003. I remember back in the days, Brian would come with his exes and I with my Chrysler on the UEW campus, talking to the test-born students and preaching NPP.
Yaba MPP. Me you say Honorable Kokofumu akọ extend or days in opposition. Omako akọ extension of days and I say years or mubedi in opposition.
Sana uhuno.
And I necessary na mihuno ni omako akọ ye no.
What me bisa una.
Ni omako akọ ye no. Na Bawumia Ghana for are rejected. More than over 10 times. On very rejected 10 times. Etino na ye hwe se ebia dynamics no be change kakra nanka omotimi ayayi enso so amasa nsem owo kanyina no apapa ye se wo hwe apetition gu fanta to mu entimi na ne fanta e apetition a oli se fanta to mu ne adiagu so ho ne ade no enti nsem o keka kanyina no eye nsem a waka Ghana fo se na ye nyankola no abetutu na nsem aguye ya sumu Tisese ne oken ana ni hihye odigu ho na so aba ene aba edi asebuni papa emi nyina eti asese akufado amano kwan ba kokura se wonya hwe wo se ba economy ni di ache se o mu pushi lu to nchen kura wodi enja bibia a wo ka ye mfa economy ni pe wone onabo atachia na moti ha wasi amano kwan amana nya economy no na nado ne nua kenu forata ana no moye tiba umia de omu pushi no to nchen kra enti se economy no eye ya eye den na ba obi pushi no to nchen na idea ana economy ne ye ne abrani me ke wuti ase
tio
enye wasum dana shomani mo
na
bisa
ya
se wa you ani ama bisa no
me ba mu sesi a obaka se me ma wonfu
oru akoko di nkomo se dada o si hwe dani na majalo so kra
Empress
Empress onim sabe o interest wa bena mo Empress ni mo
endorsement we dey do
me say o hwe yen me say onim sabe o interest wonu mu eti bi ka say o hwe manim
no me so mo na dem wa
to the rescue so dey no enti sa pepe untimi I mean ana nie eye me mobo kakra do se kufado me no nyaku this time no chese ni dini na no nyamu nyina yira as president of the republic kakra obeye ya ye de be credit won so no ye de credit wa be di akire enti onana nganzo amudi ade no mba be kinkan se president kufado ba ni oye yini so ne je no ba ni nyina no eye ono anso so enepe na abasa wohwe sɛdeɛ abato no kɔya wotimi hu sɛ in a way nankɛse sɛ otimi improve Nana Akufo-Addo first time 2007 49% ano ɔde kɔyɛ second time obufu kɔ n'anim over 60 third time ɛkɔ 90 something so on yet no so it means say once a party no delegates no appreciate you or more ehwe say we okay ye de wo kɔ na o numbers no kɔsoro no na Ghana for so eju utum 49 Ghana for reject you and of course 60 something o reject you e kɔ 94 boom Ghana for accept you eto abane de ma so last elections 2023 Dr. Bawumia enya 61% or so. And I say Atiaba from 56%. So it means he say internally kran just say wanya rejection kakra. And he say wanya rejection ewo internal contest no one. It should tell you say about the general contest na o kosoba form. Rejection no be great ba because say nana wo nana wo cheche wo say 61% no etimi kokoma no 38% 38% dey mo cost roba form e da ho I don't know no an ye di kan tie e bra Jemesa e declare President Mahama the president elect no na 38% for Dr. Bawumia na ka 9 constituencies 38 ne ye kan e di se ye kan na se okọ no data na ene what reduce about 56 no osha say the bc I'm 35 28%. So eti NPP there na komo wo the opportunity. You see Dr. Bawumia omo marketing for 16 good years old. We ye running meter ye marketing wone ofra bera. Eti Bawumia has been marketed for 16 years. 2008 from somewhere June August in baby me are marketing is up to there. Na o ton ade now they are see enipam e boni don't come me ni ento nemre bia wo de call yento emre bia de call yento na won se sa wadwene enko fa de foforo emfa nko a it means say osika na opesa o hye no so ne je no eto ne de me enema me premise me yi ni say wo mo akwa extend wo mo ayi ye kan say wo mo days and years in opposition.
Now everyone is talking about healing, unity in the NPP. What is Dr. Bawumia's own plans towards that?
I'll answer that question. But before I do, I don't know why we are hanging on this question of reduced popularity. I think it was my good friend Rashid Tanko that said it here yesterday, and you might have liked it so much that you are repeating it. Let's make it clear. Just as Honorable Joe Wise said, in Ashanti region, we had about 62% in 2023. But now, constituencies that we lost, we have been able to take with bigger margins. Just to do a little math.
Right.
When you look at what His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia got in the election, even if you add what Honorable Ken and Honorable Ken Agyapong got together, he will still beat them. Yes, just, wrap your brain around that. And let's drop this dwindling popularity.
No, those who are making the assertion are making comparative analysis.
So they would always put a spin on it.
With
the
this
game
one now,
in 2023 was a little different from this, and everybody admits. The
dynamics are not the same.
The dynamics were not the same. And for him to maintain that almost 57 in the midst of everything that happened is not something that should be belittled. Especially as I am telling you that when you add what Honorable Ken and what Honorable Brian got, he will still have won comfortably. So that is not somebody whose popularity in the party is dwindling. We are not going to allow the NDC to start spinning that narrative so that a month from now I'm still answering that question. It's not
you want
true.
to edit here now?
Yes, it's done. Let's then now. Sorry, you can repeat the question.
Yeah. So I want to know what is Dr. Bawumia's own plan for, healing, unity, building the party back because of the way the whole campaign process went.
Yeah, I think the way he even ran his campaign shows that that has always been in the front of his mind. There were a lot of attacks that came at him that personally, even for me, it was very difficult to walk that thin line that my boss would expect me to walk because, I got infuriated sometimes. But he was able to maintain his calm, keep all of us in check because he was quite sure that the party was going to stand behind him and that the duty of uniting the entire party would fall on him. So from the beginning, he has always played his hand of this game in such a way that he is not a divisive person, or he has not done or said so much that he cannot unite people, or that people that truly want to come and help cannot come to him and help. So I do believe that, just as he said in his welcome address, it's about uniting the party so that we can begin to provide a very credible alternative to the government if we want to make a good run for it in 2028. So that is the focus now, on how to get the party across in 2028. And whoever is welcome and willing to work wholeheartedly, of course, will be welcomed with open arms. He did this in 2023. He was able to bring them back. And now I'm pretty sure that it's going to be the same.
What is his expectation of the other three candidates who have pledged their support?
We can't really have expectations of everybody. I mean, the hope is that they would stand by their words and at least stop the divisive rhetoric and the attacks that have been laid on.
I believe they've stopped now.
I'm quite happy that at least that will stop. Everything else is a bonus. I'm quite sure that we've always... NPP is like a family. Let me just start from there. If you've looked at our history, even from the UGCC times, We always knock heads, people break off, come back, but the elephant always seems to survive it. So I have no doubts that again in 2026 we'll be able to get our house in order to be able to prosecute an effective campaign. And what I've also realized from looking at the history of the party is that when the soul of the party unites around someone and we are prosecuting something, even when certain people fall off, it doesn't seem to be the nail in our coffin. Just let's go back to about 2016,
right,
when we lost our general secretary and the chairman of the party a few months to the election. Nana Addo still won the election. So I do think it's about getting the entire base of the party excited, getting everybody that felt disappointed by the NPP government, all our voters that's decided to stay at home. That is our premium task right now, to be able to win back the love of those supporters.
Okay.
And I think that is very clear, something that we are going to pursue.
Any lessons learned from this particular contest? This very one was so heated.
It was very heated.
Very, very heated. Any lessons learned?
I think it's just to be calm. I think that's the only thing that I'm taking from it, is that, try and always remain calm.
What about him from your candidate?
Well, my candidate, the funny thing with Dr. Bawumia is that he has been through this a couple of times. What we forget is that even when His Excellency Nana Addo was going through all of this with his own primaries and things, Dr. Bawumia was right there. So he has seen it over and over and over and over again. So he was able to go through the entire process with a much more level head than
he didn't get to him, those accusations and all the attack didn't get to him at all?
Not really. I mean, he's a human being who has blood running through his veins. Some of the things are irritating. But what I can tell you on authority is that those of us around always take the things more personal than him. He has seen more of it. He seems to see through it. And I think the one thing about him is his ability to be laser focused. He was laser focused on getting his message to the delegates, and that's exactly what he wanted to do. So we could have seen the worst kind of video. In the next, that meeting, his focus is what are we telling the delegates tomorrow, not what has been said about him, because he's clear in his mind that it's untrue, and it's just because they are competing with him at that point. That's why they have all of that to say. So he was quite sure that, after 31st January, that we would return to calm seas.
What is that one thing he wants to fix to win the 2028 election?
In the party or? In
the party and outside the party.
That one thing, I think that would be a little difficult, but a few things that it's dear to his heart is, of course, trying to get us united and, trying to bring a semblance of discipline back. Those are things that are very dear, so that we can be organized and be the NPP that people know us to be. And I'm pretty sure we have a lot more exciting things coming up that we'll let you in on.
Your opponents are saying they're going to beat him again.
Which opponents? NDC?
I mean, NDC, of course.
I mean, what do you expect them to say? The NDC they've been more involved in this. They've
been monitoring your elections,
They've been more involved in our primaries than some of the candidates themselves. I'm pretty sure they are more invested than some of the candidates that came up. And it's to be expected, because it's quite clear that Dr. Bawumia was always the most formidable candidate coming out of the NPP. So they've always had their eyes on him from as far back as 2020. What I always take out of this, and with everything that we are doing now, is the NDC's doing well, enjoying some.
NDC is doing well?
They are enjoying some good graces. Let me put away before I'm quoted as saying the NDC is doing well.
Also, NDC is not doing well.
Carlos, let me finish my statement. They are enjoying some,
goodwill?
I would like to call it honeymoon, a goodwill. They're enjoying some of that. But if you probe what is powering that, you cannot remove the handwriting of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia from it. So I think it will get to a point where Ghanaians will have to decide whether they want the originator of the idea, the man with the rich ideas, or those who are executing it and making some losses. I do think it will get to a point where Ghanaians are ready to listen to that conversation. And when they do listen to that conversation, I think it will be very clear that after this government, the safest pair of hands to put this country in will be that of...
How do you intend to market Dr. Bawumia when it comes to economic management? If you look at the exchange rate today, if you look at, all the economic indicators, they appear to be favoring the NDC. So many are asking, how is Bawumia actually going to market himself?
See, this is another propaganda line repeated by the NDC. We can also go back to 2017 and look at how beautiful our economic figures were. We can also look at the videos of what key members of the NDC are saying right now. The governor of the Bank of Ghana, the National Communications Officer of the NDC himself. I think he starts on this set, Newsfile. to sort of give credit where credit was due when it comes to some of the things that are holding our economy together. And when all of those discussions were had, nobody could remove the domestic gold purchase program that was launched in 2021. And for me, I've always said that the effectiveness and the efficiency of that policy alone displays that if Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is given the entire country, when the buck stops with him, things will be managed better. I think that alone, the fact that he was able to bring that up when the country was in distress, when we were having problems, and that it has actually fixed the problem.
He had fixed it?
No, it actually fixed the problem. That you can play the words of Dr. Esiama from the Bank of Ghana. You can quote him because he credited that. I'm pretty sure you've seen it, Carlos.
I've not seen it.
You haven't seen it? Oh, we had a party and then at the end of
okay, right.
Sami Jemfi also said it here. I'm sure that you saw.